Yo, so yes, I promised you a video where I explain a little bit about what's wrong with Optimus Prime. So let me do that. There's something wrong with Optimus with I think the undercarriage of the car. When the car goes straight, it has this humming sound. It's like almost sounds like it has a fossil engine, right? And also when I take a slight left bend, it will also hum. But if I take a right bend, then the humming disappears. So we don't know what's wrong with it. Could be like ball joint or something, or I don't know. But man, I have to stop smoking trees. But anyway, so I dropped off the Optimus Prime at the service center on Monday. It's now Thursday, and I haven't heard anything from from Tesla service center yet. And unfortunately, this time I wasn't able to. Tesla didn't have a loaner. They couldn't provide me with neither a Tesla or a fossil loaner. So I was like, okay, well, I'll figure out something. So yes, for the past few days, I've been using Mega Yule's 100D, brand spanking new 100D for testing some tires. And then I also asked Marcus Bill, I've been testing that Fiat 500e and also was in the Soul EV. And so I asked him, yo, Marcus, I kind of need a car for, I don't know, until next week, maybe for this weekend. I'm going to drive to Stavanger and back again. So it's going to be a long ass drive, 1,500 kilometers. Do you have any cars I can test? EVs? Yeah, I'm up for a good challenge. Because I did ask Nissan and Hyundai, and both those two guys, they were busy. They were on their way to Geneva. They have this car expo there, so they couldn't help me, and they didn't have an Ioniq or a new Nissan Leaf is too busy. Lots of people are hogging them. So I mean, yeah. And now I'm in this car. So Marcus Bill, they had a P85D. This is I get the feeling I'm in a classic car now. Yeah, it's not that old. It's like about 2 years old or something, right? So it's it used to be the badass car. Yeah, the P85D. It was the first I would say performance all-wheel drive from Tesla. Well, they introduced this one, the P85D, and then later the 85D came out. So you can say, yes, this is actually the first all-wheel drive from Tesla. Now it's done some mileage, 77,000 kilometers. But you know what? It has the real cow leather. Yeah, this is the leather from a holy cow. Yeah, or several holy cows. So this was before they introduced the all vegan. Now it's just vegan. You cannot get real leather anymore on the Tesla. So, and you know what? It has the next gen seats. Now I tested this car before a couple of years ago when I didn't like the next gen seats because it was really hard to, not really, but it was somewhat hard to enter and exit the car. But you know what? The car had become smarter over the years. So now with the easy entry profile, you can adjust. You do it yourself. You want to adjust the steering wheel a little bit up and then the seat more backwards, whatever you like. Then it will do that every time you enter next to the car. So it makes it a lot easier. So in a way, you kind of like you eliminate that disadvantage I felt like it had when I tested it a couple of years ago. And also, that space between, that open space between the seat, the lack of center console is just amazing. I almost forgot how awesome it was on Millennium Falcon. You have lots of space there for your stuff. You can put a bag there. You can put a small dog there even. Yeah, that's how huge it is. And also the back seats are also like a limited edition. It has those like next gen back seats, which only came out when the P85 was somewhat new, and then they removed that option again because when you fold the seat, they don't fold totally flat, unfortunately. So, but of course, if you don't fold the seats and you have people in back there, they have better side support. Yeah. So this car actually, by the way, has no panorama. You can see there's no panorama roof here. So it's standard roof. It's kind of weird because most people who buy a P85D, they would get the panorama roof. So without the panorama roof, you cannot have the roof rack. Yeah, it's a requirement to get the roof rack for the panorama roof. But on the other hand, this car should be more quiet, and it's also better insulated against the heat or the cold. unfortunately, Marcus Bill, they wanted to fit this car with the 21-inch wheels. I'm not a fan of it. I prefer 19-inch, and they put on some Soto Zero tires, so which are like they are winter tires, but you know, not as soft and grippy on snow as like the Nerios or the Hakkapeliitta R2. So it's going to be a good challenge, because this weekend I'm driving from Oslo to Stavanger and then Bergen and back again, and we will cross some mountains, at least over Hemsedal. So yes, let's hope the weather is not too bad, because I heard that these tires are not the best. Now, I should also comment, you know, my first impression of this car. I drove it from over there and home here. So, you know what, the P85D, when it's doing like slow speed, it has a weird, like, I don't know, humming sound from the, I think it's from the front motor. So it could be that, you know, the front motor is like, I don't know, maybe the drive unit needs to be replaced or something. But at least on the motorway, I didn't hear that noise anymore. But of course, there was some significant road noise. That is due to the 21-inch wheels. I'm gonna use I borrowed the sound meter from Megahjul, so I'm going to test measure the sound meter, sound level in here, which I suggest. I mean, I guess it's pretty bad, because in the 100D, the brand spanking new 100D with Nerios tire, I measured as low as 63, 64 decibel. Here I'm guessing like 68, so you know, actually close to the studded tires on the brand spanking new one. Yeah, but and then as for power, well, I'm used to Ludicrous P90D, of course, Ludicrous, but this one, somewhat, it feels a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't feel as powerful as when I tested before, because there's been, you know, updates. But no, I get the impression that this car could be slower or equal to a brand spanking new 85D. So one of my friends, you know, Alan, the guy who went with me with you know, with the Ioniq versus Leaf, he has a 75D and it's uncorked. So I think tonight I'm gonna do some drag race. I want to test this one versus the other car there and see how fast it is, because the 75D is lighter, and I think they updated the drivetrain to be more powerful. So this one is heavier, but it's more powerful. It should have more horsepower. We don't know yet. We're gonna see. So the P85D could be butchered by the new 75D. We'll see. And okay, so there will be a road trip video this weekend. Yeah, and then I don't know when that video will be out, but sometime next weekend. Yeah, so there won't be any live stream on this long ass trip this weekend. But at least, you know, it will be somewhat, I will like go on the same footsteps that I did with Millennium Falcon. You know, back in the days I used Millennium Falcon, I put stuff in here, so I didn't take too many Nimbertas this weekend. So it'll be like more like a, you know, relaxing trip. Yeah, and I get the feeling on this car. Yeah. But yes, so I think that's it for now. There will be a more like a longer like review / road trip with this car later. So it was awesome that Marcus Bill, they can provide me with a car, because yeah, I needed a car, and this was a great opportunity to test like a classic car. Yeah. So talk to you guys later then. Bye bye.